All right, here we go. Junkie Nation, gorgeous Georgian Ghost scoring another superstar. Ashley Yoder joining us here on the video chat line. She's a UFC strawweight, and she's getting down this Saturday versus Angela Hill at UFC Fight Night 186. What's up? What's up, Spider Monkey? How are you?
Hi guys, thanks for having me. I'm good. I literally just walked into my room in Vegas, so I'm great to be able to be welcomed by you guys. So what's up?
What's the first thing you do when you walk in the room? Like, do you jump on the bed or check the fridge or what?
Not gonna lie, this room kind of smelled a little off. I was like, what is going on? But I kind of see which one. There's two rooms in here. And since
Yeah.
I'm by myself, I'm like, which room do I go? I go to the bigger one, right? So I just had to make sure which room was the actual bigger one, which I don't really think it's that much bigger, but
You got to set up you got to move some things around, right? To hit pads and have some room because of the quarantines.
well, we have the room right next to mine is my workout room, so that's where we hit. But in here, usually I have my video game. But your girl's been out of the PS5. I've been trying to get PS5 since my fight in August, and it's not happened. So I'm on so right now I have no video games. I left my PS4 at home. So
All right. Well, let me ask you this. This fight came together last minute. What was the
yes.
first thing on your mind? Cha-ching, a payday, or a rematch against Angela Hill? And like what was it that you thought of first?
I think the first thought to my head was I get to fight, So the talk was I might not be fighting till after June. So when the opportunity comes, you got to seize it. And I respect Angela a lot, and I'm always going to be an underdog, but I'm really excited about this rematch.
I'm an idiot for leaving out option C. That's the competitor side. I get to fight. So I'll take that one. But I was really happy to hear you say that because social media, all you see is fighters like, I want to get paid. I want to get paid. There's nothing wrong with that. But every once in a while, I like to hear the sprinkles of, I want to compete. I want to fight. This is what I do. I'm a prize fighter. You know what I mean? So
I get
that
to.
one
We
tickled my
get to
fancy there.
fight, man. We get to fight. That's so important to say. It's not, getting a paycheck is awesome. Hell yeah. But we get to do this, and we're lucky enough, even under this crazy time, that we still get to. So,
Mm-hmm. And then as far as competing against Angela Hill, is there anything special to that? Meaning, being that you guys are running it back.
it's my first rematch, so that's exciting. It's been 4 years since we fought. We've both grown a lot since then. And, I'm just excited to get back in there and show what I've been working on. So,
Does that kind of play into accepting the fight and all that? Because had it been somebody else, maybe more video work, all that you got to do, but it's somebody you're familiar with, and I'm sure you've probably played the rematch in your head before. How was all that process for you?
not really. We actually were offered a fight at 125 before this was brought up, and I'm too little to be fighting at 25. I'm sure if I put more muscle on, it'd be a different story. But I walk around at 125, 124, so it's not a good idea for me to take a fight against someone that's going to come in a little bit heavier, even last minute. Uh, that being said, so at the end of the day, I'm just really excited to get to fight. So it's not necessarily I mean, of course the opponent is really important, right? If they try to get me to fight a champion fight like in the last minute, that would make no sense for me. But I think this is a great time for a rematch. I think this is a great fight for both of us, and for me, I'm coming in with guns blazing. There's nothing to lose for me. So I'm excited just to be out there and get some time on the mat again and get to do what I love. So
2020 was a rough year for everyone, but fighters were hit pretty hard. With 2021 coming around, did your mindset switch like that? Are you already in a positive mood and just ready to bang this year out?
yeah, no, I feel like 2020 was a crazy year. I feel like the year like just went by so quickly. Like, where did summer go? Where did all these things go? And at the end of the day, the blessing of the year was I still was able to grind. I was still able to fight. I was still able to train. There's been a lot of people in my life and people I know that have lost, which is unfortunate. It's really sad. What the society as a whole we're going through, and the divide, and the all the negative energy. But other than that, man, I've been blessed to be able to be focused on my work and train every day. So
You talked about walking into the room just now. At what point for you does that switch flip where all of a sudden it starts to feel like fight week? You're amped up. Is it the drive over here? You walking in the door? You going into the PI? When does it switch for you?
fight week started, as soon as I woke up on Monday morning. So I was like, oh, fight week. It felt like fight week. It didn't feel any different. I think one of the blessings about short notice fight is that the stress of injuries and that overthinking of injuries and things over the long period of fight camp, it doesn't happen. So, my body's fresh. I feel really charged up and ready to go. And, at the end of the day, like, you have to be ready for anything in this sport. It's such a crazy sport, but that's why we all sign up for this. So I wouldn't have it any other way.
If you were thinking about fighting in June, does that mean you weren't close to your optimal walk around weight, or do you always walk around at your optimal weight? Was that even a concern? Did you even think, okay, can we meet at 118? I've noticed that with a lot of people taking fights at the last minute, they're running into some problems as well in that regard.
No, absolutely not. The June was not my choice. If you heard anything in my last fight, after my fight, I wanted to get back in there. Of course, one of my coaches was gone in Brazil for almost a month, and I was going home to visit family. So I wasn't sure when I was going to be able to fight, and then June possibility came up. I'm like, man, that's too far away. But no, weight's never been an issue at last minute fights right now. So in the last probably 3 or 4 years, I've been walking around pretty light. So yeah, I'm good.
Ashley, remind me, but I think Goes pointed out in our previous interview, did you have a minor in African American studies? Yeah.
African
Go ahead.
diaspora studies.
Say that one more time, please.
Yes, African American diaspora studies.
Okay.
African
I wanted to ask you.
Diaspora studies.
My question was going to be in regards to Black History Month. Do you like the way that the UFC's been, putting on, showing the vignettes and the attention that they've given to this month to the Black athletes in the organization?
Absolutely. I think it's so important that everybody embrace this moment. I mean, I go into school and majoring in such in African American diaspora as a white student was it was a blessing. You learn so much about the transition from Africa to America, and a lot of people, you see all this media hate and all these things, and there are issues that need to be addressed. And I feel like this is a beautiful thing for the UFC to have a platform and be able to celebrate these beautiful African American athletes. So I'm pro all the love. So I think it's a great time for everybody to embrace this month,
Definitely. All right. Well, listen, it's fight week and we put this together last minute. We appreciate you taking the time to speak with us. And of course, you taking the fight at late notice, against a well-known fighter. It's going to be it is a great it's a great addition to the card. So that's what I'm trying to say. And we look forward to your fight on Saturday. Thank you so much.
Thank you.